I have been so busy, basically on the phone, making sure that the voucher got to the right hands for me to have this appointment. The last thing they said to me on Friday was someone was gonna call me about going to my appointment, and nobody did. And I got one of those reminder calls, but they didn't leave a message. But I know it was a reminder call, so I went anyway. So I secured just the whole week. I've been exhausted just trying to secure this appointment. I'm on the phone for at least an hour, while I'm being sent from place to place to place. And, like I said, Friday they said they had it. They were going to call me back. They never did. I just went. Saturday I was out like all day. Again, just so many things to do. The stuff that I didn't take care of on Thursday, I took care of on Saturday. I joined a crochet club. It's every other Saturday for 2 hours in the morning. Then we found out about a Joann's around here, so we went to the nearest Joann's and Michael's, which I didn't like. I went to check out the Whole Foods for the first time, see if I could, see what kind of fruits that they have. It was kind of weird. I just wound up getting a water filter because I can't drink tap water. I have to have filtered water. As I was saying earlier, I had called. I'm on the phone like for about at least an hour. It just drains me mentally. I get exhausted mentally and emotionally, stressed out. I've been under so much stress trying to get this appointment. And so over the weekend I got a call. Well, usually when I get this type of call, because my kids are in this system, it's usually to remind you of your appointment. And it didn't leave a message. I didn't get to the phone in time, and it didn't leave a message. And I've been busy, Saturday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Anyway, busy all day Friday, busy all day Saturday. Yesterday, so I was like really tired. I tried to rest as much as possible in the morning, but I was getting ready for stuff that I still, needed to get done. And so I go to the appointment. I got there a little early in case I needed to fill out paperwork. And when I get there, even though it was noted that it was being paid via voucher, that it still had to be approved by the section manager. And I'm like, I got there early. They said the section manager will be in from lunch in 10 minutes. So I got there like 40 minutes early for my appointment. The manager never came. Finally, 5 minutes after my appointment was supposed to be, I said, what's going on? So they checked me in. I don't think they found the manager. So they checked me in. Or maybe she just called them and said, okay. And, oh my goodness. One of the bad things when you're dealing with county clinics is that you're there forever. And I was waiting and waiting. I was starting to get nervous as people that had come in after me were being called ahead of me. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And after like an hour, I was like, what's going on? Because I had been there already 40 minutes early. So I was there a while and I was exhausted. And I hadn't eaten all day. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning with one of the stomach aches because the half pills weren't working. So I started taking the full pills again for the diabetic supplements, and it was giving me really bad stuff in the middle of the night. I'm like, this is really, I don't need this. I was busy, from Thursday, I thought it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was so busy. I need my sleep. I was stressed out. I couldn't sleep. And then I wake up with that horrible pain in the middle of the night. I'm like, I don't need this. So the gas pills didn't work before. They work now. So I just take a gas pill with some prune juice. My mom left coffee when she was here. I made a pot of coffee. I said, this is going to keep me up all night. But the prune juice and the gas pill settled my stomach. So when I woke up in the morning, I just drank the coffee, but I was afraid to eat because I didn't want, the last thing I need is to either be in the bathroom all day when I have to drive somewhere not near my house that I'm not familiar with, or while I'm waiting to be called, so I was afraid to eat at all. I was afraid. So I just had some coffee just to help me wake up. I was just so exhausted and I couldn't eat. So I hadn't eaten all day. My appointment was in the afternoon, and I was so tired and hungry. And then finally, I said, what's going on? As I had been waiting over an hour, and my appointment was an hour ago, and I had already arrived 40 minutes early. And she's like, oh, we don't know what's happening. She's just running late. Your doctor, because there was 4 doctors in that section. It's a clinic, so they had a lot of different sections. But for my section, Finally, I felt like I was gonna pass out because I hadn't eaten. I get called, so I had been there for 2 hours by the time I had gotten called. But thank goodness I wasn't sitting in the room waiting, and the doctor came and talked to me. And so she didn't really like look me over or anything. She just asked me questions, said go to the lab. And that's another thing. I was holding my urine because when you do a physical, they have to, they ask you to, pee in a cup. So I was dying. But, so I got over to the lab and I showed her the paperwork of what what the caseworker has sent me. And she said she can't take it, but she looked it over and just made, asked me questions. She said, okay, let's do blood work. And then you got to go get your vision tested. Because last week, let me tell you, it was so scary. I had blind spots, temporary blind spots. It was at night. And I thought it was, well, maybe I'm on the computer playing Candy Crush. But so the next night, I've been actually trying to stay away from the computer because of that. I just said, well, just let me watch Netflix while I crochet. It happened again. It happened at night. So I'm thinking, they were saying if you're tired, if you need new glasses, sometimes diabetics get this. Sometimes people with high blood pressure get this. Sometimes if you're just really, really tired or stressed, which I was all 5 of those things. So it happened twice in a row. I was so scared. And thank goodness they asked for my vision to be checked. But by the time I got there, because I was there so long, the vision part of the clinic closed. They also told me to double check with medical records to make sure that she told me I can't take this. You got to make sure medical records get this and they fill this out. And they send, because she has to send all that to the caseworker for me. I went to medical records, they closed early. All the waiting I was doing, I could have brought it over there, but I was afraid that they would call my name. So I have to go back. And so I'm so nervous because I'm afraid something's going to wrong and they're going to say, oh, well, that voucher only paid for your last visit, blah, blah. But this is all a part of the physical that they have to do. So hopefully that they'll do my vision. But, so it's still, we're only halfway there. I got the appointment. Thank God I got some refills. The only thing that disappointed me was that she did not give me the 1,000 milligrams of the metformin. Because it'll last me twice as long because I have to cut them in half. She recognized that they were giving me too high of a dose and told me start out with 500 milligrams once a day and gradually work it up to 2. So I don't think these are probably only going to last me 3 months instead of 6. I don't know how long it's going to take for this insurance to kick in. If I get accepted, which I pray to God I do. So at least the first part is done. So that's good news. Oh my goodness, I was so happy to be able to go to the bathroom. And you just so happy. I was so tired, but when I came home, usually I rest. I just got cooking immediately to have dinner ready for my husband because I got home so late and I was so hungry because I hadn't eaten that whole day. So now if I'm going to go through pain or be in the bathroom all day, it was fine because I was home. But I didn't want anything to get in the way of this appointment. So at least, it's a step. We got through that hurdle of getting someone to take me. So, and I was asking them about how to check my blood because the machine I bought wasn't working. And she said, well, if you get accepted for insurance, you come here, we will give you a machine, but you have to take a class. I was like, that's cool, So I just hope my premiums and my co-pays aren't high, because this is it's still a government type of insurance, and I know I still have to pay premiums and I still have to pay co-pay, but usually the government premiums and co-pays are low, so I'm hoping it's not too high. So I'm gonna take care of myself, God willing, if I get this. So anyway, I will see you guys next week with the last palette in the Starry Eye Slicks collection, which is the black, gray, and silver. And I will get swatches of these up this week as well. All right. Love you all. Mwah. Bye.